Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me in this video. Merry Christmas to you if you are celebrating Christmas. Now, Babalola is very angry and furious, not because Dele Farotimi has been released through bail, but he is angry because he wanted to debar Dele Farotimi. To debar somebody means to petition the disciplinary committee of the Nigerian legal practitioners. And if they find your petition suitable to carry out their action, they can debar the Farotimi. What it means that call to bar that they call him after graduation, you go to law school before they'll call you to bar. You can no longer do the, your normal practice, legal practice. You can't even go to court. You can't do anything again. That is what that is what Afe Babalola wanted to do. Dele Farotimi. This is not acceptable. It's not acceptable. This is wickedness. Okay. You committed a crime, judicial fraud and so on and so forth, though the case is before the law. But the man knew what he wrote. Now, he wrote a book against you that look at what you did, look at what you did. You wrote petition against him, right? And the case is in court. Why are you writing to debar him? Why the case is still in court? You are telling the disciplinary committee of the Nigerian legal practitioners to debar the man that is not qualified, is not fit, that is a disgrace to legal practitioners. Afe Babalola, I know you are aged and a lot of people have clapped for you. But at the end, let us see who is going to be ashamed, who is going to bring shame to legal practitioners. Because the legal battle is about to begin. Now, for you to understand this issue very well, let's turn to Sahara Reporters. It reads that under defamation, Nigerian Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee rejects Afe Babalola's petition to debar Dele Farotimi. You understand? Now, the article was written today, and this is the details. The Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee has dismissed a request from Chief Afe Babalola's law firm, Emmanuel Chambers, to revoke the law license of human rights lawyer Dele Farotimi. What audacity! What audacity. See, a lot of people always believe that they are God in this country. They believe that people's destiny is in their hands. They believe that anything they want to do, they can do against you. They can write petition. Imagine police bringing Dele Farotimi from Lagos down to Ekiti there. After everything they have done. Another person, a friend to Afe Babalola, still petition him and so on and so forth. Nigeria police brought their petition again to Federal High Court. The man has been bailed, right? Why do you want to debar him? Now, let me continue with the article. It says, the firm had accused Farotimi of criminal defamation and professional misconduct. The allegation arose from a petition filed by Emmanuel Chambers through one of his lawyer, Mr. Ona Faro. Why are they finding this for them to debar Dele Farotimi? They says they are accusing him of not being professional in his conduct. That is professional misconduct. These people forget that it's not only what Dele Farotimi wrote. They did not write against, they have not responded against the leaked US classified document that shows that Afe Babalola, through Obasanjo, bribed the judge to avert election case with the money worth up to $1.2 million. You know how many billion it is today? Now, each judge among the 7 judges that sat for the judgment was given $250,000 according to the US classified document. Go and Google it. Go and Google it. Now, it continues, say the petition claimed that Farotimi in his book, Nigeria and its Criminal Justice System, made defamatory remarks about the Supreme Court and the legal profession. I told you people now when I was talking about this book, any small thing, even from the beginning, Dele Farotimi was indeed sophisticated. He was not even looking anybody's face. He was writing this book like someone, a judge who was writing judgment, folding his hand. He was so brutal, writing everything he knows. You see, this is Dele Farotimi's personal encounter. Not that we don't know what is going on in Nigeria judicial system. I remind you of a man who came. He was a senator, the nice Senate. He stood up on the Senate floor. He said, anytime my colleagues beg me for help, I encroach my wife, who is the PICO president, and she uses her power to change judgment in the favor of my colleague. We all were watching Channels Television that day when the man was making this statement. If Nigeria is a sane society, the man supposed to be behind the bar, the woman who is the wife supposed to be behind the bar, and even the judges that sat on the courts. They will be behind the bar. But who is going to say it? Afe Babalola is now trying to stop silence Dele Farotimi. How many people are you going to silence?
Particularly my wife, whose freedom and independence I encroached upon while she was in office. And she has been very tolerant and accepted my encroachment and extended her help to my colleagues.
Distinguished, please, I don't think this is a good idea, go in this direction. It's not a good idea. It's not a good idea, please.
Many people, Afe Babalola must respond to that US classified document, how he corrupted the judiciary. So today now you see the way they are manipulating election, passing all kinds of judgment. But it started from someone like Afe Babalola, and they don't want anybody to say it. Who cares? Now, it continues. The petition claimed that Farotimi in his book, Nigerian Criminal Justice System, made defamatory remarks about the Supreme Court and the legal profession. So I've said that. Now, specifically, the book referenced a case, LC 146-2006, between Major Moritanda Gbadamosi Eletu and His Royal Highness Oba Tijani Akinloye, alleging corruption, bribery, and unethical conduct within the judiciary and legal community. The petition further accused Farotimi of distorting case facts, disrespecting fellow lawyers, and obstructing justice for personal benefit. You see, this is the allegation. But in the response of Dele Farotimi, immediately he was released from court today. This is what he said. Listen to him.
The thing I need all of you to know is this: I am not unmindful of the sacrifices that you have made to be here today. May the grace of God find and locate you wherever you are. Amen. It is not ever an easy journey when you are fighting evil. Yes. But some years back, before I started this work, God told me very clearly, and I heard it very clearly. It says, once have I spoken, once has he spoken, twice have I heard. He says, the truth is enough. It is the only weapon by which you can slay the monster called Nigeria. The truth, nothing else. In my public advocacy, in my fight and my wars against this evil empire that we all live in, I have never lied against anyone. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. Yes.
Now, the article continues. Among the grievances cited were his criticism of a Supreme Court judgment affecting several residential estates and his portrayal of subsequent legal proceedings as undermining the apex court decision. You can criticize court judgment. Nobody says you don't have right to criticize court judgment. Now, Emmanuel Chamba had insisted that Farotimi's book violated provision of the Rules of Professional Conduct for Legal Practitioners 2023 and called for Farotimi's name to be removed from the Roll of Legal Practitioners. This is an impossible song. I know that everything is possible in Nigeria, but I thank the disciplinary committee of Nigeria Legal Practitioners for vehemently rejecting that petition because it was rejecting. Okay, now, but this legal LPDC in its report said the alleged offense occurred in Farotimi's role as an author, not during his professional practice as a lawyer. You understand? So the legal practitioners are saying, no, he did not commit that thing in court. He wrote a book about it. So if it is during his practice, then we can interfere. But it's not during his practice. That is a book that he wrote. It's a personal opinion. It has nothing to do with calling to bar, not calling to bar. So that is the main point why they push Afe Babalola out and said, no, go away. You are not, what you are saying is not correct. As such, the committee concluded that it lacked jurisdiction to adjudicate on matter related to publications and advised the compliance to seek redress through the regular courts, of which they are already in the court. The publication is an intellectual property and not a conduct or action committed while practicing as a legal practitioner. You see? Now, All aggrieved parties who find the publication defamatory should ventilate their grievances through the regular course, the LPDC stated in its report. LPDC Chairman Justice Isaac Osman Bello said the petition was beyond the committee's jurisdiction, leading to its dismissal. So that is the end of the article from the Sowore reporters. Now let us look into it without a biased mind. What Afe Babalola is doing is it good? If someone wrote something against me and the thing is true, I think I owe the public apology. Instead of coming out to defend yourself, you owe the public an apology. That is number one. Then number two, if someone wrote something you don't like, I think the next thing you should do, you write a counter allegation. This is managing, what is it called? This is managing criticism. Yeah, you can manage criticism. If you want to manage constructive or destructive criticism, if someone is criticizing you, you want to respond. If you respond with police, everybody will believe what the person is saying. If someone criticizes you and you want to respond with the person, you're right. If the person wrote something against you, you write back. You understand? So when you write back, anybody that read his own will say, no, this person have replied. Let me go and read his own. They will still hear the size of the story. So what do you think? For me, what Afe Babalola did is totally wrong. And it doesn't support fair hearing, and it shows intimidation. The process of which they arrested Dele, how everything went, is intimidating. And I think we all must rise to make sure we come against such thing tomorrow. Thanks for listening. Let me know what you think in the comment section.
The thing I need all of you to know is this. I am not unmindful of the sacrifices that you have made to be here today. May the grace of God find and locate you wherever you are. It is not ever an easy journey when you are fighting if. Yes. But some years back, before I started this work, God told me very clearly, and I heard it very clearly. He says, once have I spoken, once has he spoken, twice have I heard. He says, the truth is enough. It is the only weapon by which you can slay the monster called Nigeria. The truth, nothing else. In my public advocacy, in my fight and my wars against this evil empire that we all live in, I have never lied against anyone. If I don't know, I'll say I don't know. That's